Hello everyone, Ooster John, it's Jonathan here. I'm here on the very late evening for a late pie supper. Don't have any peas, not pie and peas. I may have a pint soon, but I've actually got a glass of gin and tonic, so that's a little different with the pies. But anyway, I'm going to try a pie. I'm going to pry into a pie, and it's a nice day for a pie. Nice night for a pie, so I'd recommend you all purvey pies and enjoy your pies. Not too many of them, but when I actually came in, I'd been on a late bike ride. I started sort of nibbling some cocktail sausages, and then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got these two pies in the fridge. One of them's been frozen and thawed, the other one, and I think it was bought on a day when it was on a cheap offer because it was getting to its sell by date, and then I froze it. It's been thawed a day or two now, so I think I need to crack on with that pie. And the other one is one that I bought yesterday, with yesterday being the sell by date on it. But anyhow, don't fear or panic, because we're just talking about a couple of pork pies, so I'm sure they'll be fine. And tonight I'm enjoying them with a bit of, I'm not going to eat the whole bloody things either. I might have to save some of them for the morning. No word of a lie, no pie in the sky. I'm sure at least one of them will be fine tomorrow. But anyway, there you go. Have a look at those pies. I'm just going to take the camera and before I cut into the pies, give you an aerial view of the pies. No flying pies today, which I've done recently. So I'm not going to strap them on the drone or anything. Today, just give you a, there you go, a little bit of a view of those two pies. So we have here two pork pies, which I'm well looking forward to be able to try. I've got a little bit of piccalilli on the side with pies as a pie side. I might have a bit of cheese after this with a bit of pickle and crackers, not piccalilli on your cheese. Oh no, it goes well with cheese. I just wouldn't put it on the crackers, to be honest. But there you go. There's one pie, and there's the other pie. I'm not sure whether that little bits and pieces of what you can see there is, it was in a paper bag. I don't know if there's tiny bits of paper left, or looks like this pie has a bit of jelly around it on the top, which is well, you may or may not like that. You know, let's be honest. Do you want excess jelly? We'll see how much jelly's inside the pie. So anyway, yeah, let's pry into the pies and see what the pies have on offer from inside. I'm not going to judge these pies until I've tried them. This pie is obviously a bit different to this pie. This one's either baked a bit more, or it's got a more natural, darker complexion. And this one's a bit of a lighter coloured pie. Now, I do wonder if this pastry may not be baked enough, but it might just be the pastry texture. Who knows? But the proof of the pudding will be in the eating. Don't have any pie and peas pudding, but the proof of the pie, the palate, will be on the palate. And no other way. There's no cheating when it comes to purveying pies. You must bite into them and see what you can taste. So let's pry into this pie, which is the lighter coloured pie, because I'm interested. I'm totally honest, I don't think I've had one of these pies before. Now the pastry is really soft. It's obviously not been baked long enough for the pastry to be a bit crisper. And although the pies have been in the fridge and all that, that's not to do with it, is it? It could have done with a bit longer in the oven, the pie pastry, I think. But we'll have a taste. Pastry's far too soft. Mm. So the fair skin pie, well, let's not just judge it by merits of the pastry. Mm. Mm. Apart from, and although the pastry is quite soft textured, it's not bad. It's not a bad taste actually. So I shouldn't be too maybe judgmental with the first pry into the pie. I'm not going to touch the piccalilli at the moment because I just want to get the full pie flavours and tell you what I think about them first. Mm. As for the pork pie meat itself, not bad. Not bad, I must say. It's a little dark. I don't know if the camera will focus anyway. There's a look at the filling of the pie. The pie filling. What I'm going to do next is slice straight into the meat with an uppercut from the top of the crust, just cutting straight down to get a fair chunk of meat, so I can do this taste test justice for this pie and get right into the heart of the pie. There you go folks, there's that pie meat. There's that pork pie meat before your eyes. Pie meat from the pie before your eyes. And that's what it looks like. So let's do a real old test on this pork pie meat now. I'm drooling. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, that. Not too salty, not too seasoned otherwise. The flavour of the pork pie meat coming through. Not too much fat congealed amongst it. There's not excess jelly on the inside of the pie either, truth be told. Now let's try the next pie. So here we go with the darker pie. I didn't do a sound test on pie one. Oh. There you go. Sounds softer skinned, doesn't it? But the pastry itself actually tastes not bad. I'm just going to cut right into this pie so I can get that first try a good chunk of the pie meat, because you know, I've been talking for what, 8 minutes. But firstly, I'll try the crust, as I did on the other one. The pie crust with a little bit of the porky pieness. Now, one thing I hasten to add, consider with this pie, is it's not straight out of the fridge. It's been in the freezer. It's been hung around a couple of days. Now the pastry isn't bad, but I do feel it maybe past its best because it's been bought on the day of when it should be eaten, frozen. It's been defrosted, but that's got to be about 3 days ago, do you know? So I don't know if you can count this whole test as a true valid like for like pie test. Pastry is okay. It's got a different texture obviously to the other one. I wouldn't say it tastes any better, but like I say, it's maybe a bit on the way out. Anyway, the pork pie meat, let's try it on its own. And there it is. To be fair, it looks, you know, not too dissimilar to the other pie that I've tried on this pie contest, the trial of the pies. I think the meat's okay. Yeah, it's fit to eat. Not too salty, not too much seasoning. I do think maybe the pastry's past its best, this pie. So, I think it possibly is, you know. So I'm not going to judge the pie on, I'm not going to judge the winning pie with too much emphasis, too much weight on the pastry, because I don't think we're doing a truly valid test here. Let me return to the pie meat. So I'm just going to try again the filling, the pie meat of this second pie. It's alright. Now I'm going to, from the first pie, cut out a bit of the pie meat only. And this, my friends, will be the test. This is the final test. I wish it would focus. Can you see that pie meat in focus? Well, here and there. Not totally, I know. That's not good. Just put it there where the face is. You like to concentrate on the faces on the selfie camera. I'm using the selfie camera. Right. This is going to bring us the answer that we seek. The answer of the pie. The pie quest has been quested, and we now reach the point of getting an answer about pies. It's difficult, folks, but I do give it time to flow around the senses. I felt for a moment I was getting clearer to an answer. I'm going to go back to pie 1's pie filling. Sorry, pie 2 that was. Okay. And yet again, back to pie 1's pie filling. Okay. I have the answer. I have the answer of the pie. And to deliver the decision, I've not even touched the piccalilli. I may not now. Got a fair bit of pie insides, haven't I? I'm going to switch to front camera and give you my verdict on this. So there we are, folks, the half-eaten pies. I've eaten a bit of the pie meat from within. so don't worry about the big gaps around inside, because the pies were better filled than they are now. Pie number 1 that I tried was the pie with the paler skin, paler pastry, that is. Pastry, I can say, is pretty good. You know, it's soft and fair, but the taste is good. I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter so much, really, in its entirety, that it hasn't been browned off in the oven as much. The pastry itself is quite a good flavour. The pastry on the second pie that was pried into, well, I'm not going to give an overall answer on that, because it was a pie bought on the day of use by. The use by pie date was the date it was bought, and I then put it in the freezer. I then took it out of the freezer a day or two ago, and it's laid in limbo. I'll be perfectly honest, it's travelled around a bit in the backpack, in the car. Just never got around to eating it for various reasons. So I'm not sure the pastry tastes its best, to be honest. It's not mouldy, but it may be past its prime tastiness. This pie was bought yesterday. Was it? Or was it bought today? What day is this? Do you know, I can't even remember. Did I buy it today or yesterday? I'll have to check the date. I'll fetch the packet through in a minute. Anyway, the pastry's fine. Pastry's fine. Now, onto the innards of the pie. The proof of the pie is in the eating of the pie and how the pie contends on the pie palette. So I'm going to just get cut to the chase, folks, because this is the better pie filling. This is the better pork pie, my friends. I'll say we have to disregard judgments of the pie crust at the moment, but that is the better pork pie on the palate in terms of the pie meat. This is not far behind. It's got a slightly subtle different flavour, and you may recognise that I deliberated quite a bit, but this one, my friends, is the winning pie, disregarding the pastry. This one, my friends, is the runner-up pie, but bear in mind the pastry itself is quite tasty. We've got a tasty pastry, a tasty pie crust. Now I'm just going to pause one sec while I go and get the packets of the pies to reveal their provenance. The provenance of the pies is about to be revealed. Bear with me, folks. Oh, so the first pie that was pried into and tried was a Clayton Park pork pie. Clayton Park, I think that's clear enough for you to read. Now, what was the use by date? I tried to tear the label off to just to get to the pie sticker a bit better, but no, I bought this today, so it was in date today. Now, that was the first pie eaten, so that was the runner-up pie. Now, the first prize pie was, yet again, well, it's happened at times with these pies in local parlance anyway, it was a Cranston's pork pie. Cranston's small pork pie. It says used by the 10th of March last year, so it's been in the freezer a year. I was thinking, well, it's only been frozen a few days. Used by the 10th of March, so it's been in the freezer a year, and it's been out of the freezer a couple of days. It wasn't reduced actually. I thought maybe had one of those yellow reduced stickers on it. So whilst I did freeze it, it doesn't look like it was a cut price pie at the time. So it might have been alright left out of the freezer a day or two and thawed into a Frigidaire state. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, folks, but I'm actually going to finish the pie mate out of these pies and leave the crusts. So I'm just going to get the hearts of the pies, and not sure if gin and tonic is the first choice of pie accompaniment for yourselves. It's just what I happened upon anyway today. I am going to try a bit of piccalilli. There's not like a bit of pie and piccalilli when you're trying some nice pies. So I'm going to finish the lovely pie mate, and I'm going to bid you farewell, folks. I've been speaking for 20 minutes, so I'd be highly surprised. I'd be highly surprised if you're still there, but if you are, then thanks for listening and thanks for enjoying these pies with me. And do take time to enjoy a lovely pie, folks. And you know, the lockdown sort of persists in a sense, and we're not going to be eating pies in the pubs still for at least a few weeks, unfortunately. And pies in the beer garden as well. We shall see how that carries on. It's frustrating, isn't it? Lockdown is not a natural state. I'm not going to start getting into other things, whether this virus is a man-made virus released purposely or accidentally, or whether it's a natural virus, a natural virus that was released by irresponsible people eating animals and that shouldn't be eaten and undercooking them. I just don't know. What I can tell you is the pie is cured, so don't you have any worries about this pie. Right, thanks for enjoying your pies with me, folks. See you next time. Pie for now. Ah, more pie.